Tucked away in a hidden corner of high alpine heaven sits a true gem, a remote oasis that seldom sees visitors from the outside world. Well, until today, that is. Folks, this is the story of Box Lake. However, before we jump headfirst into this adventure, I think a bit of context is needed. As long as I've been alive, Rocky Mountain has been a family affair. We're talking 3 generations over the past 80 years exploring everything this great place has to offer. Still not convinced? Yeah, that's right. Commemorative matching family t-shirts. I think I rest my case. Long story short, in all the years of coming to the park, there have been multiple attempts at reaching Box Lake, most of which ending in failure. I really hope you're starting to get the magnitude of this expedition. If not, I don't know what to tell you because it is time to pick up with our heroes and start this adventure. This ragtag bunch is an assortment of family members hailing from all over the Midwest. We all made the long drive and even longer hike deep into Rocky Mountain for one thing. Box Lake, of course. Oh, that emerald beauty behind us? Yeah, that's Thunder Lake. In all respects, Thunder is a massive lake, and it's known to hold the biggest greenback cutthroats in the entire park. Makes for some great fishing. And yes, that's us walking in the exact opposite direction. This here fellowship started the Tolkien-esque march up and over the Misty Mountain. With little more than a goat path to follow, we all kept single file and made sure to stick close. But the up and down nature of this trail is somewhat misleading at times, especially when the path would just straight up disappear over rock outcroppings. If it weren't for GPS and a good line leader, I could see how one might deviate from the path and inevitably miss the mark. But luckily for us, fate was on our side. Eager legs and burning lungs carried this crew up and over the pass and to our final destination for the day. In rather good time, I might add. I tell you, mixed emotions would be the best way to describe how it felt to lay eyes on this little lake. For some, it was like seeing an old friend. Others, it was like meeting a celebrity. And a few, I would say just short of indifferent. The not-so-local locals were up and active in this morning sunlight, making their presence known. Now, Box Lake is only known to hold eastern brook trout. These non-natives first started showing up in Rocky Mountain in the late 1800s, mostly to support recreational activities like what we're doing today. Many lakes and streams throughout the park have a robust, wild population of these colorful little char. However, the rest pale in comparison to a Box Lake brookie, and let's just say, that's a fact. While I got done taking a much needed bath, excited hands fumbled to get their rods all rigged up. And before I even had a chance to drip dry, folks had already started catching fish. And so the frenzy began.
I spend most of my time viewing what I want from the outside. I comb it over like it's the scene of a crime.
Any fisherman out there watching this has heard the age-old saying, well, especially when the fishing's hard. It goes as follows. Well, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Well, here at Box Lake, it's called catching.
Stuck in place, just waiting for a green light. But I
Would you believe me if I said it was almost a fish on every cast?
for someone else to say I can live my life.
there got to be a point in the day where my dad and I started playing what I like to call fly roulette, picking a random fly out of your box and tying it on just to see if they would actually eat anything you threw out there. And spoiler alert, they did. Yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is 2 fish with 1 cast. It should be said that in a lake-like box, available resources are relatively scarce, and the growing season for these fish is super short. From day one, these fish have to compete tooth and fin with each other in order to make it to the size they are. So, taking a few fish out of the lake will help reduce the overall competition and allow for other fish to potentially grow bigger. This is also why the Colorado Fish and Game Department has a daily bag limit of 10 for these non-native brookies. That's 10 per person, folks. To make this shore lunch dream a reality, we needed a bag of brookies. With newfound purpose, my dad and I put the hammer down and quickly gathered up a healthy bag for the folks on the other side of the lake. Doug, Dad, and I had to dust off the old fillet skills and get to work on lunch. Now, these weren't exactly the biggest fish in the world, so all you really need to do is gut them, remove the head, and most importantly, clean out that bloodline. Just a few slippery knife strokes later, we all came out unscathed and were ready to start cooking lunch. The smell of crackling brookies in the afternoon air gathered a crowd quick. With nothing but basic seasonings and propane heat, Dad posted up and ran the finest cookery this side of Fall River Road. That first batch of crispy Cajun brookies were given a weary eye, but as soon as one brave soul jumped in, the rest followed suit. Laughing, crunching, hemming and hawing were all followed by the pleasantly surprised response of, "Yeah, I'll have another." Round after round of crispy little trout were passed around until everyone had had more than their fill. Discarded brookie bones would have been the only tangible evidence to any passerby that this crew had made the trip to the hallowed lake. We had just enough time to clean up and pick the last bones out of our teeth before we felt the wind shift. Now, you have to understand that a mountain does not care to listen to the opinion of a calendar. It might be a hot July in flatland country, but here in the mountains, no, they don't play by those rules. The wind was snappy and cold, like a tight rope pulling something heavy. As the clouds crept closer over the ridge, so too did a deep sense of melancholy. We had all accomplished so much. All the packing, planning, physical prep, and not to mention the group coordination that makes something like this happen. All the excitement, anticipation, anxiety, it had all been realized. It made my heart heavy to imagine that this lonely mountainside would probably never see this party again. For a lot of folks, this was their first time making it to Box Lake, and for some, it might be their last. I should be happy that we made it here, right? Should make me sad that it's all over, but it does. There's no doubt that these are the kind of thoughts I'm going to be wrestling with well after this hike is over. Well, if you were seeing this, that means you've made it to the end of the video. And that also means I've got a gnarly hike out of this massive valley. But before I boot scoop boogie my way out of here, I just gotta say, if you're binging all the fall season content, can't get enough, well, I got good news. Two things. First, the Instagram. You know, fishy pics, all the fishy videos. We'll do giveaways every now and again. It's a lot of fun, and I'm always willing to talk. So if you got questions, hit me up. It's always good. And then second would be the Discord, or the Cord. This is a whole lot of fun, and it's growing super, super fast. So get over there now and be an OG, right? We do this monthly Fly of the Month contest, and it is so awesome. Every month, the competition just keeps getting better and better and better. And I will say, this month's winner, good God almighty, that thing is a dimey dime. That would be absolutely perfect for a high country adventure just like this. So with that being said, go check out the Instagram, go check out the Discord. If you haven't yet, toss a sub down. I would really appreciate it. So with that, I gotta scoot. See you next time.